Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So I'm here at the reservoir with the SKYTECH H100 little high-speed racing boat. Now this is a brushed little mini racing boat. You can see it's not very big. It's only about a foot in length. And here's the controller here. But anyway, I didn't really do an unboxing with this one, but I'm just going to run it. We're just going to go straight to the running portion of the video. It's pretty windy here at the reservoir. Not ideal conditions, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm kind of standing downwind just in case we lose connection. It'll drift this way and I can pick it up. I'm also testing the Cheetah 4x4, but that's going to be in another review, that monster truck, and this should be an awesome spot to test its waterproofness. But today's all about the H100. Just to let you know, what I did was, you just open the top like this, like most little boats, and this one doesn't have an inner cover. It's just this one cover here, and it has a little clip on the end to kind of secure it in. But I noticed that there was a little bit of water possible inlet in this little silicone spot where the servo slider turns the rudder here, and so I went ahead and just stuffed some grease in there. So that's really all I did to this thing. And then, you know, it's a 2S 7.4 volt lithium ion. It's not lithium polymer, so they're the harder type of cells. And all you really need to do is plug this thing in, turn on your controller, and it seems to not actually work until you place it in the water. There's some kind of little conductive safety measure that they use. But anyway, it comes with this little stand, and there's just a little tool kit. They don't give you any grease or anything. It just has a little wrench. But anyway, let's just put the stand there, fire this thing up, and start this review. So we're going to run it. I'm going to go through, you know, all of its paces. This one also has a self-righting feature where if it flips over, you can just push some controls and it will self-right. So we're going to go through that too. Anyway, just starting it up real quick, here's what you do. So you plug it in, make sure your batteries are all charged up. Now this is a brushed boat, so it's not going to be as fast as brushless, but I think this one's pretty quick for its size. So I just plug that little plug in there, and that's really all we're doing inside. And then just making sure that this little guy pushes in nice and tight over this ridge. Push it in tight, and then just turn this knob to secure it in and make sure that's down. That's really all you've got to do. And then you just turn the controller on, and it's really actually ready to go. All you got to do is put it in the water. So we should hear a little beep when we put it in the water. Let's go ahead and try it. So did you hear that on the controller? It did a couple beeps, and now it's ready to go. So the trimming is actually up here on the right top left and right trigger. So it's actually pretty quick. Needs a little trimming to the right. It's kind of hard to make it turn right. But I'm surprised for a little mini brushed motor how good it actually goes. This would be good for like a pool or something, you know, if you had a decent sized pool at your house. Oh, I don't want to go too far that way. I don't want it to run out of range and then I'm stuck. Little dropout right there. But that's full throttle. Whoa! And it also has reverse. So what we'll do is we'll run it for a bit and then we'll open it up when it dies and we'll see how much water's in here. Anyway, throttle here. See how it turned off because it knows it's not in the water. I'm not sure. It's got some kind of conductive feature that has a safety feature. So right when we place it in the water, we have our power back. So that's a good safety measure for kids. Anyway, let's just go ahead and whoa, that wind's really going. Sorry about that. You may not even be able to hear me. But trimming left and right with the rudder there, and then the throttle trim. Low and high, you know, if it's going too fast or not going fast enough, you can just click these buttons, and that's really all there is to it on this one. And then you got reverse, you just pull back. You can see how it'll go in reverse. So anyway, that's really all there is to it with this little guy. Let's go ahead and get some speed runs. I'm just going to kind of go full throttle. You can see it drop out there. So if you're low in the water, it looks like you might it's really choppy for this today, but it's still super fun. Let's see what the range is like. I'm gonna go straight upwind, and I'm gonna just kind of hold it at stomach level. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep rocking kind of back and forth until I lose range. Now that's pretty good, actually. I'm about, that's like 100 feet away. You can't really see it at that distance anyway, so you don't really want to go any further than that, and I still have control. On these boats, if you do go out of range, just hold your controller up a little and you'll get back in range. Okay, high speed run. Let's come straight in. Woo! So it still goes for how little it is. Look at that thing. It's fighting the chop. And it really is staying pretty, it's holding its own in the water. It's not flipping over. Just holding it full throttle everywhere. Woo! That was like a hairpin turn there. It turned on a dime. It seems to turn left on a dime like this. Saw that? But turning right is a little more tough, probably because the way the, still turns good though, just not quite as good. If we turn right, you see how it's a little bit slower of a turn. Try to reverse out of this situation. Oh, we're stuck. Okay, let's just run it till the battery dies. Full throttle now. Oh, it's pretty instant throttle response. Hopping and jumping. Hooked up. I'm full throttle reverse. Let's see if we can get out of this. Yeah. All right. You can see how the back will kind of go down in the water if you really full throttle it in reverse. Well, we got out of that situation, no problem. Again, sorry about the wind. It's so windy. It's probably kind of hard to hear me talking, but man, if I was a little kid, this boat would just give me some joy, lots of fun. Let's see what happens when we flip it over. Okay, flipping over. All right, so all you do is you push all the way forward, and then you rock the throttle up and down, and you see how it just flipped itself over. Oh, there it goes again. So full throttle up, full, there we go. So right stick was fully up, and then I just rocked the throttle up and down, and it self-righted itself. So real cool. It was super fun. I mean, this would be great for a little kid. You know? Woohoo! It's fast enough. And it looks like it's giving us some good run time. Turns to the left on a dime, man. That's awesome. Let's try to do some left-hand turn donuts. Some full throttle forward and to the left. Full throttle forward to the right. A little bit of a wider turn. But man, just having a blast. Let's just see what happens when we run out of power. It'll probably slow down and give us enough power to come home, I hope. I'm just gonna go full throttle everywhere. Yeehaw! Tracking back and forth. Yeah. This is actually more fun than some of the bigger boats I review. I'm really liking this little H100. Imagine if there was no chop. It's kind of fun in the chop, actually. It really holds its own. Woo! So I've been full throttle for the last minute, about. Getting a little bit weaker, but just barely. Let's just keep it going until we run out of power. loads of fun. It's tracking a little bit to the left. So what I'll do is I'll trim it a couple of notches to the right with the right trigger. Let's see how it tracks now. Could also be because of the wind, you know. Yeah, it's tracking a little bit straighter now. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not dropping out of range earlier. Woo! That was right close to the shore. Getting a little weaker. Let's see what happens. The battery dies. Man, those left turns are sharp. Just keeps going. Trying to remember what the milliamp hour capacity is on this battery, but when we come in, I'll go ahead and open it up. Oh shit. See that? No throttle because it's, oh, a little bit of throttle. I guess it got a little drop on it. Just keep going. Wind's really coming up now. Man, this is some long run time. Tell you what, I'm gonna go way up there. Let's really see what the maximum range is. Oh, I'm hearing some beeping. Wow, that's cool. Okay, it's telling me when to come in. That's awesome. You hear that beeping on the controller? And the blue light's flashing on the right. And I feel it losing its power. Let's see just what happens if I just keep holding it. It's getting really low. Let's see if we get a cutoff. Yep, so it just cut off. Okay, it's gonna let me get home though. You see how it cut off? Oh no. I should have heeded those warnings. Let me just let it sit for a second. Give it a little bit of reverse thrust. So it did a low voltage cutoff. Let me just give it a shot to the front. There we go. So it still lets you give little bursts. I hope that's not destroying the battery. But it seems like it cuts off when it knows it's low enough, you know what I mean? To at least, so you hear the thing beeping, you come home, drive around for a bit, and it's got a fail-safe. So that's real cool. So I'm gonna turn the controller off, and let's see what this thing, how much water it's got in it. And then also, I wanna see what the battery capacity was, because I totally forgot about that. So just open that, real simple. Pop open the top, and I am seeing some water. So looks like there's about 2 tablespoons maybe. You can see how much water's coming out here. About 2 tablespoons, but that's not too bad. I mean, you don't want to run this in salt water. This is fresh water here. You know, you just don't want to run this in salt water because salt water will get in there. You could probably do some work and put some silicone in the spots that are coming in and put some marine grease. This isn't marine grease in here, so you could probably seal it up nice and tight so really no water goes in. But for what it is, man, I was really impressed with this. I've never had a little brushed boat like this before, but man, I give this one the seal of approval. So the H100 SKYTECH. Let's see what the battery was. I'm sorry I totally spaced out what the milliamp hour of the battery was. So let's go look at that real quick. Real easy with the battery. You see how it just unclips and you pull it right out. It's a lithium ion 600. It's only a 600 milliamp, 7.4 volt. And you saw how long that runtime was, man. That's impressive. Control was good. Range was excellent. The speed was awesome. Self-righting feature where you just, you know, press up and down on the stick and then you give it some throttle and it self-rights. Also has that little safety feature where it won't turn on unless there's water somehow, you know, on the conductive surfaces. So that's pretty intelligent too for kids. I'd definitely get this one for my kid if they were like small, you know. like under 10 years old. This seems like a really good one to start off with. But anyway, I'll have up on the screen, I'll go ahead and have the runtime up on the screen. I'll go ahead and compile the video, and so you can see what the total runtime is. I'm just going to put this thing back on. So you got to kind of give it a steep angle, push it in, and then push the back down. And it does give a good, nice little seal lock. So there's probably some water coming in over here. I can see it kind of blowing up a little bit there. And there's probably some water coming in here and possibly a little bit through the shaft. But for what it is, man, I was really impressed with this. Anyway, guys, so we'll have this one down in the video description. There'll be a link where you can get this, check it out, see what the current pricing is, and see more in depth what the specs are. But I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this for a boat. I don't do many boats. I think I've done 2 or 3 or 4. I think I'm going to be doing definitely more boats because this is super fun. I forgot to mention it does have cooling around the motor, so you have this little opening here where the speed of the boat pushes water up into this tube, it goes around the motor, and it shoots out the side here. The boat has to be going because it's using force pressure to move the water there. But really impressed here with the SKYTECH H100 little racing, I almost said drone, little racing boat. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked that review, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.